Hey, it's story time with Devon here from OBS Solutions. And first thing Kenny and I always say is we don't claim to know everything, right, Kenny?
No, I know a lot, but I don't know everything.
Well, we know how to pay taxes and gravity. That's about two things we are experts on. But when it comes to these trucks, we've been working on for quite a while. My team's been working on for a while. But the one thing is every day you kind of run into something different that you may not know. We ran into something really interesting today. So we're just buttoning up all the interior on this little blue truck. Stereo's all in, all that stuff. And we always rework our instrument cluster. Pull it apart, replace the bulbs, clean all the contacts, put it all back together. And the last thing we do is we put the lens on last. We put the cluster in, and then we put a new factory lens on there that's nice and clean, no scratches. We get them from Ford. They're still available. And so I went and put our new factory lens cover, or instrumentation cover, on this guy, and I just kind of glanced back and I noticed with the key off, even key on, key off didn't matter, all this black started coming forth and covering up all the odometer area, like totally black. And I'm like, well, that's interesting. I thought maybe I flexed it wrong, or maybe I broke the PSOM or whatever. So I pulled the lens back off and I put it down. I was looking at something. I came back and it was fixed. It was gone. I'm like, well, that's weird. Then I took the new lens I got and I put it back on there, and it came back. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? I've never seen that before. And I wasn't even pressing on the cluster, like manipulating it. I put the old lens on it, didn't do it. I thought, well, that's the most interesting thing I've ever seen. So what I found out, long story short, is when you buy one of these lenses, it comes in a bag, if you will.
Maybe a satchel?
Ooh, I like that, Kenny, a satchel. And you have to be really careful with these because they scratch real easily. So we always pull them out. Like I said, we put the cluster in, and then we put these guys on last. And so I figured out it was static electricity was causing it. That's my guess, right? Which made sense. I mean, I'm not a scientist or anything like that. But so what I did is I took this guy, ran under hot water, and then carefully with a brand new microfiber kind of went over it, popped on it, doesn't do it anymore. There's no more black coming through. The odometer works great. You can key it up, and all the stuff comes on like it should. Anyway, that all works like it should. I'd call it a tech tip, Kenny. Is that right?
More like a life lesson.
Life lesson. Anyway, if you ever have that happen, here you go. Maybe you guys have had that happen, and I'm just late to the party when it comes to these. So this is we've installed a lot of these guys. First I've ever seen. So if you do have it happen, there's some info for you. Thanks.